Now light wings fans are available. You can now make your Be Quiet computer glow depending on your budget without sacrificing performance or volume. Some of our fans would probably never get the idea to go for RGB, but for many others the question remains, what conversion is the wisest choice? I will show you how it can be done in 4 different ways, employing 1, 2, 3 and even 6 light wings. Let's get started.
If you only want to install a single light wings fan, it is of course recommended to only illuminate the CPU cooler. In this case, you can upgrade your PureRock 2, ShadowRock 3 or ShadowRock LP without a major outlay. It is also very easy. We just remove the PureWings 2 from the PureRock 2 and replace it with a 120mm Lightwings high-speed fan. The PureWings 2 is best installed at the top of the PureBase 500 to obtain the optimal airflow.
Important to remember when you have other RGB components or a case with RGB lighting is that light wings are addressable RGB fans, or short ARGB fans. This means that every single one of the 18 or 20 LEDs can be individually controlled, and that makes many more effects than pure RGB hardware possible, which can only display all LEDs in the same color at any moment. Of course, you could synchronize the light wings with other RGB hardware, set them all to one color for example, but no rainbow effect can be created this way. For that, you need ARGB hardware. There are usually 2 different connectors on the latest motherboards for this reason. One 12V RGB header with 4 connectors and one 5V ARGB header with 3 connectors. You can already tell by the fact that they have different voltages that any compatibility is ruled out.
As a PureWings 2 fan runs at a different speed in the default settings of the fan curves and reacts quite differently to a 120mm Lightwings high-speed fan, you should adjust the fan curve to obtain an optimal result. We have demonstrated in another video precisely how this is done. You can find the link in the video's description.
Now let's move on to a setup with twice as many light wings fans. You could install 2 140mm light wings, one towards the back and the other at the top, as well as fitting the original PureWings 2 fan of the PureBase 500 at the front for optimal airflow. Of course, every increase in performance is potentially accompanied by a decrease in volume. Thanks to the Y connectors, 2 light wings fans can be connected in series without any problems, which is why you only need one ARGB header on the motherboard. Most mid-range motherboards have only one port, but we will show you how to add more than 2 light wings in the next part.
Light wings are also available as a bundle with 3 fans and an ARGB hub in the scope of delivery, to which you can connect 6 ARGB components. For example, 3 140mm light wings could be installed as an illuminated front to a Silent Base 802 with a mesh front, and the 2 originally installed PureWings 2 could in turn be installed on the top bracket of the case. An improved airflow is also evident in this case, but the volume can also be expected to increase with this setup.
As after fitting the ARGB hub, the single output from the motherboard header supplies the hub, full synchronization is possible. For example, 2 120mm high-speed light wings fitted to a pure loop connected in series with a Y connector, 3 120mm light wings at the front and 1 140mm light wings at the back of the PureBase 500DX, as well as connection to the housing itself is possible without any problems. This final example shows you what is indeed possible to achieve, because in this case everything is really glowing and exactly the way you want it. In this light, stay quiet.